Hello, everybody. I'm Dr. Yao from City University of Hong Kong. Now I would like to present my conference paper, Identifying the Gender Difference of Attitude Towards E-Learning in Hong Kong Higher Education. So this is the introduction. E-learning become very important nowadays, and actually all instructors in the university are trying to educate in the coming generation with e-learning tools. Web technology and internet grew up very fast, and so many students like to use the web technology to learn nowadays. Some past study indicate male students can use the e-learning than females. So actually there's some research support. You can see that males surpass female in the experience of the computer and information technology, and males possess positive attitude towards them. The second one, males and female have a different approach to a computer. However, because I have done a lot of literature review, I could not find any research related to this topic in Hong Kong. So this is my research. I would like to fill up this research gap. And the research question is what is the gender difference of the attitude towards e-learning in Hong Kong higher education? So this is the literature review part. There's some scholars have done this e-learning in the past. For example, the attitude. There's two types of the attitude. The first one, attitude towards an object. The second one, attitude towards behavior of the object. On the other hand, there's some definition. The first one, you can see Johnson have defined the attitude toward an object as a psychology tendency that is expressed by evaluating a particular entity with some degree of favor. Okay, and then there's a TRA. The second theory, TRA, this is a theory of the reason action, suggests that the attitude toward the behavior consists of two components, belief and evaluation. Okay. The third one, the attitude is a component in both TRA and the technology acceptance model. There's some other theory. For example, attitude toward the computer is defined as the person's general evaluation or feeling of favor toward the computer technology and computer-related activity. And some other, for example, in this project, I defined the attitude towards the e-learning. It's one kind of the computer technology, okay? On the other hand, I defined the attitude towards e-learning as a person's general evaluation or feeling of a favor toward the e-learning. So there's some other theory. For example, this one compare female and male. Males is better than female in the experience of the computer and information technology. On the other hand, Corey have done research in 2003. He suggested males and females have different approach toward the computer. So I construct a hypothesis. H1, there has a significant gender difference in learners' attitude towards e-learning. Okay, how about the research methodology? I used the survey questionnaire. Later, I will show you the table one. Actually, I got 7 questions in the questionnaire. They were derived from Jan, Lee, and Sun. 7-point Likert scale was applied in this questionnaire. Okay, that's been, for example, 1 stands for strongly disagree, 4 represent neutral, and 7 represent strongly agree. So this is 7 questions. I believe that using e-learning is very easy. I believe that using e-learning is very simple. I believe that using e-learning does not require computer knowledge. I believe that using e-learning makes a person productive at his or her learning. I believe that using e-learning is a good idea. I believe that using e-learning is pleasant. I believe that using e-learning is a wise idea, intention. So that in this questionnaire, there's 7 items. Okay. So before I start to distribute the questionnaire to the student, I have done the pilot study. The pilot study showed that most of people can understand the question and understand in the same way. So I've distributed 14 questionnaires to my students who in the same university. Okay, and then there's some grammar mistake and I modify it. Okay, so after that I distribute the questionnaire to the student during the lecture time. So I distribute 200 questionnaires. Finally, I received 153 questionnaires, and they all filled up, so I can use them, or I can use all of them. Okay, the response rate is about 76%. So now I want to mention the validity and reliability of the questionnaire. So I use the factor analysis, factor loading, and alpha model. This one I check the reliability. So I can go back to this table. You can see that the factor loading is larger than 0.3. That means all the question is meaningful. I can keep it all. And for this scale attitude, the alpha is greater than 0.7. I got 0.874. So that means this is reliable. Okay. So the result. So there's a statistic about 83 male students, 70 female students. So actually they are almost even. Okay. So the findings show that there's a low significant gender difference. I use the t-test. To test it. So there's a low significant gender difference towards the e-learning in Hong Kong higher education. So the hypothesis is rejected. So it is very surprised because in the previous study, normally males is better than females. But in this study, the gender difference could not be found to be very significant with the attitude towards the e-learning. So there's the result was inconsistent with the previous study. So the hypothesis will be rejected. So the possible explanation is that the e-learning has become very common in secondary school or even primary school. So actually, even male student or female student, they get used to use the e-learning every day. Okay, so this is the main reason. So conclusion. So it can be concluded there's a low significant gender difference of the attitude towards the e-learning in Hong Kong higher education. So in here, there's some contribution. This contribution can be given to the educator in the higher education. So there's some limitation because the sample size is quite small. And it focuses more on only one university. Okay. So for the future study, qualitative analysis such as an interview could be used to investigate why there was low gender difference of the attitude towards the e-learning. So this is the reference I use. Okay, this is my presentation. Any question?
Dr. Yao, I want to ask what does e-learning consist of?
Actually, the e-learning consists of, for example, in the university, I'm teaching now using the Blackboard or using the email, or actually the student need to search the website to find out some information. So actually the e-learning consists of all the computer in the university, including the Blackboard, the email, and the library facility, all kind of things.
Also, apart from university, can your study apply to other areas?
For example, they can actually this research can be applied to primary school or secondary school because now Hong Kong educational department want to promote the e-book in the primary and secondary school. So actually, this is a good research apply to primary or secondary school.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.